Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Helen's Kitchen, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make homemade ice cream. And I've got my main ingredients: double whipping cream. I've got 3 of those. Elmley double whipping cream. You can get other products in the stores, but ensure it is a double whipping cream regardless. And my second main ingredient is the condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. So for the 3 cups of my whipping cream that I've already poured into the container, I'm gonna be adding 2 cans of my sweetened condensed milk. And please note that you'll be needing everything for this ice cream cold. Like I put my bowl in the fridge for a while. My sweetened condensed milk was in the fridge prior to when I started this. The doubled whipping cream was in the fridge prior to when I started this. So you need everything to be cold before you even start. So I'm going to be adding 3 cups of the sweetened condensed milk. Please know that I have my half cup with me, not the full cup. So that's why I'm adding 6 of the full cups of the cups, 6 of the half cups I have with me to complement the 3 cups of my doubled whipping cream. But if you have the full cup with you, that means you'll be needing just 3 of the full cup, which makes 6 half cups. So, and please bear it in mind that there are bigger double whipping creams in stores and supermarkets, but this was what I could lay my hand on. So there are some that comes in pack, like juice pack, but it will be written boldly on it, double whipping cream. So, and there are some that comes in a bigger cup, and you might not need 3, you might need just 1 or 2 of it to make this. But like I said, I bought what I saw in the store. So now I've added my sweetened condensed milk. I'm gonna fix my hand mixer. For this, you can either use a hand mixer or a whisk. So if you have a whisk, it's going to take a longer time, but you definitely arrive at the same level as me, but it will take a longer time. Let's say between 20-25 minutes. You need to whisk for like 20-25 minutes. But with my hand mixer, I'm gonna be whisking it together for, let's say, 15 minutes or do. And once you start whisking, it changes in consistency. You'll see the changes as you whisk. And once you get to your desired thickness, you can put a stop to it, but you definitely know once it's once you reach your consistency. So I'm gonna be whisking like 15 minutes for 15 minutes, like I said. And after 15 minutes, I'm gonna add my vanilla flavor. Please ensure you get the concentrated ones. Some are not very effective. So I've got here my vanilla flavor. I'm going to be using 3 full spoons to complement the quantity that I have here with me. 3 spoons. So please note that the vanilla flavor you add in depends on the quantity of ice cream you're making. If you're making a lesser quantity, you could reduce or still use the same. Depends on how effective you want it to be. But for me, I'm using just 3 spoons. So after that, I'm going to whisk together to get my desired consistency. And after 20 minutes altogether, this is what I got, and I'm very, very okay with it. So I've got my bowl where I'm going to be dividing the ice cream. I'm going to pour into my bowl. I did this video at night, so my intention is to refrigerate overnight. But if you're doing it during the day, make sure you refrigerate for at least 6 to 8 hours to have it blocked and have it very thick. So I've poured my vanilla flavor into it, So I'm gonna be adding cocoa powder because I want to make two flavors. I want to make a chocolate flavor too. So I'm gonna be adding cocoa powder. Please know that the cocoa powder you're adding depends on what you want. If you want it to be very dark, you add more cocoa powder. You know, I've added, I think, about 3 spoons at first, and after mixing it together, I discovered that I didn't get the shade of chocolate I wanted. I didn't get the shade of the chocolate I wanted. Then I ended up adding more cocoa powder. So, like I said, there is no measurement to the cocoa powder. It depends on what you want. If you want it light brown, then you can add just little. But as you can see, I have more ice cream, much ice cream in my bowl. So I'm going to add another 3 more, making 6 spoons altogether. Then I actually went back to my wicks to make it faster because I felt the spatula wasn't making it fast, wasn't giving me the quick mixture that I desire. So I'm going to whisk everything out together. So please note that the spoon I use for the cocoa powder is actually the half tablespoon. That's like the teaspoon, not tablespoon. So if you are using tablespoon, I'm sure you might not need up to what I added. But since I'm using a teaspoon, which is way smaller than the tablespoon, so that's why I added more. And like I said, it depends on what you want. Even with the whisk, after whisking, it wasn't still giving me that, you know, chocolate, that very chocolate vibe that I wanted. So I had to keep whisking. I just continued whisking to see if it would change and give me that desired color. But then it didn't give me the desired color. So I added a little bit of Milo. You can see I added Milo. So if you do not have cocoa powder, you can use Milo instead. You can use just Milo. It's fine from the start to definitely give you that chocolate. But because my ice cream is already sweet, very sweet, so I prefer using cocoa powder first. Then I added Milo in between to see if I would still get the chocolate brown color that I want. So that was why I added Milo. So if you don't want Milo at all, you can, like I said, you can use the cocoa powder. We are still going to arrive at the same thing. But if you want Milo, you prefer Milo, or probably you used you didn't use up to the cups I used for my condensed milk. So if your ice cream isn't that sweet, you can actually add your Milo. Sugar is a sweetener. But then you can see, as the Oliver Twist that I am now, I'm not so satisfied with the color of my chocolate ice cream. So I added more. Yeah, I added more cocoa powder. After all, it's natural, so it doesn't spoil anything. It depends on what you want. I actually know what I wanted. That's why I keep adding things that will actually give me my desired color. So, and I kept doing that. I kept whisking it together. So I already arrived. I changed my spatula because I feel I don't want it to whisk too much any longer. I'd already arrived at the color I wanted. So I just need to mix everything together, not to whisk it again. You know, the more you use the hand mixer, the more you beat it. So there is no need, because I'm already okay with the texture. So let me just mix together, you know, finally, and pour into my bowl. Don't forget I've already poured the first one into the bowl. So I'm gonna pour this now into my bowl, my chocolate bowl. I'm gonna pour into my chocolate bowl, and both are going into the freezer for at least 6 to 8 hours. I did this video around let's say 11:30, 12 a.m. Yeah, it was quite late because I needed it for a party the next day. I needed it for an home party the next day, so I just had to do it overnight. Like I said, if you are doing it during the day, the only difference is that you should be patient enough to refrigerate for at least 6 to 8 hours. Be patient to refrigerate it, because if you don't refrigerate it, it will be a little bit watery, and you know how ice cream is now. You know how ice cream is. And also, you know, after doing all that, so that's that. This is the next day. I brought it out from the fridge, from the freezer rather. You can see how thick it is. That's my chocolate. Oh, I love this chocolate. See, my cone. You can see my ice cream cone. Wow, this is so pleasant to the eye and so tasty. Believe me, you need to taste this. It was just so perfect. It was so perfect.